Hello everybody and welcome back. I am with the horses at the moment and it's the morning and they are excited to get out, hence why they're kicking the door. So I just wanted to quickly talk to you. So I went to Angers this weekend with Mo so that he could pack all of his bags and get himself ready to go to Algeria. So Mo has gone to Paris. He has an appointment today and then he's off to Algeria tomorrow. But yeah, so when I left, horses were fine. I came back on yesterday, so Sunday, and I got the horses in, they were fine. I was looking at Queenie's coat, so her fur, when I got her in, and she's starting to look really tatty again, all her fur, and she's been rubbing her tail. In the new field there's no trees, so they can't actually scratch or anything, but they can obviously in the stable. Now Elsa, she was scratching her neck on her door, and I didn't think anything of it. I thought, oh, she's just a bit scratchy, because now the weather's getting warmer, they're starting to lose their fur, their winter coat. So yeah, so that's what I thought it was, both of them. I thought, oh, you know, it's they're just like molting basically. And then I came back after I'd fed them later on in the evening to check on them, and Elsa had rubbed herself completely raw on her neck. I'm going to show you because it doesn't look very nice, so I do apologise. It's not bleeding and it's not like cut, but she has no fur left. So this is Elsa. Come on, get back, darling. She has completely rubbed all of her fur off of here, absolutely red raw, and she's done it on the front of the door here. So Dad's put something up to stop her from being able to get her head over to do that, but she can still do it on the door. So we need to find we need to find something that I can put across here when she's in the stable that I can take up like on and off, so I can get her in and out. But obviously there needs to be a solution to the itching, and the vet had said that Queenie was all clear and he thought she'd had something else. He'd done a skin test on her and it was clear, so whatever she had gone, or whatever he thought she'd had gone. Now I've been doing research all night and I have found something that Queenie basically has all the symptoms for, like everything. She's been having some weepy eyes at the moment, a lot of gunk coming out of her eyes, the top of her fur here, you can see it just looks all tatty again, and yeah, it's not good. So I have found something called neck threadworm. Now neck threadworm is basically can be mistaken for the sweet itch, which I thought she had when she arrived, and basically the worm lives here on the horse, so the bottom of the neck, and at the bottom of the neck there's like a tendon, and it holds the neck up, and they live in there, the base of it. And how they get them is from living in humid temperatures with flies. Now Queenie came from the south of France, that's where she was, where it's very hot and humid, and the flies, they bite the horses normally underneath their front legs, so on their chest, and they can get into like wounds, so that's how they get into the skin. And then once they're in there, the horses are then itchy, so they're going to use their mouth to scratch, and when they do that, they're ingesting them, and the flies then travel through the skin and affect them exactly how like all of the symptoms that Queenie has. So the neck, the mane, the face, the top line of the horse, so right across through her back all the way to her bum, and Yeah, so that's what I think she has. And they can also, in very rare cases, if they've had them for a very long time, since they were foals, it can travel to the horse's eyes, the worms, and cause that weepiness, yellow gunk. So when the vet came out last time, I said to him, her eyes, I think they're infected, like she's got an infection in her eyes because she had stuff coming out. And he checked her eyes and he said there was nothing wrong with them. He didn't know what it was. So yeah, but I think that's what she's got. And you cannot do a skin test for it. The only way that you can test if your horse has the neck threadworm is to have a biopsy on the horse. So the vet's going to come, he's going to cut her open here and take from inside some tissue to test if the threadworms are in there, which I don't want her to have done, because it's, you know, it's not very nice. There is another way, and that is to give your horse a double dose of a worm which has ivermectin in it. Now, ivermectin is really safe to give to horses. You can give them a double dose, so that's 2 full wormers. I've researched it, I've read loads of threads on it from people that have had it, horse breeders, and it's safe. There's no toxicity in it. So I need to go to the vet today and get the ivermectin wormer. So I think the brand is called Equimax. Hopefully the vet will have it and he'll give it to me, because apparently if you give this ivermectin to your horse, a double dose, it'll either just worm your horse very strongly, or if your horse does have the neck worm, the neck threadworm, then your horse, after around 48 hours of having the dose, is going to become highly itchy, like manic itchy. And also what can happen is, in the mane here, the actual worms are going to break out of the skin. So because they're dying, it's the natural reaction that they break out of the skin. So she could get some sores, which you can manage, apparently, I've read, with some like nappy cream, basically nappy rash cream, to keep it from being sore. But I know it sounds disgusting because they're going to break out the skin and stuff, but I just think it's a better way to test than to pay to get the vet out again and to have her do a biopsy, which takes time. Whereas if I just give her the double dose and see if she's got that, I think it's a better option, I think. So we're going to go to the vets and do that, and give her the double dose and see how she reacts, because all of the things that the vet said that she had, now she doesn't have, it doesn't tally up with what she's got. Now every symptom that she's got goes to the threadworm, so I'm 100% sure that that's what she's got. But that's what I believe now that Elsa's got, because by her wound here, she has got a big lump, and that's how they start off on the neck. They get in through the neck, they cause a big lump where all the larvae have hatched, and then they spread. So we need to do both horses, and hopefully that's what they've got, and then it will clear up. Hey Elsa. So sorry, I know it's a lot of talking, but it's quite hard to explain because I don't know. I've read loads about it last night, but I don't know every factor about it, how it spreads. But it's definitely 100% what they've both got. I'm going to show you a picture actually of Queenie. So before she came, and the lady we was arranging to get Queenie here. The lady had said that Queenie had a big lump between her legs, and so yeah, I've got a picture of that and I'm going to show it to you. Now, she said that she didn't know what it was and that they treated that lump with some cream, some like medication cream, I'm not sure what, and it went down. And when she arrived, she had like a tiny pea lump left, but I'll show you the lump. I'll put the picture that I've got so that you can see it. And the symptoms of the threadworm, how it starts with the horse getting lumps underneath their stomach, in between their legs, under their neck. So that's what Queenie had. Elsa's got it now, and yeah, so we need to get it sorted. And basically this threadworm, it's horrible, really. So the threadworm goes in through like being laid like a larvae, like eggs, and then they grow into adults, and the adults live up to 10 years, and there is no cure for these threadworms. No cure whatsoever. You can't kill them, but you can kill the larvae. So basically, now if this is what Queenie's got, she's got it for 10 years, and you have to keep up with the ivermectin wormer every 10 weeks, I think it is, after you've done the first treatment, to kill off the larvae. The adult is going to live, and the adult lays thousands, hundreds of thousands of eggs through its lifetime, its 10-year lifespan. Yeah, so we've just got to keep killing off the larvae, and however long she's had this for, we've got to wait until that dies, basically, before it's cleared up. But you can keep them from being scratchy. You can you know, bring them back from it, but it is just a case of you've got to keep up with this medication. But yeah, she just, all across here, just looks horrible. It feels lumpy. She's got some dry skin again. So that's what we're going to do today. And I know it's a pain in the bum, actually, because I thought she was cured. That's what the vet had said, and the vet had said it's okay to get another horse now, that she can't spread it, but it's not what she had. And that is, I'm 100% sure that she has got this neck threadworm. If you Google it, it's just every symptom Queenie has got, and now poor Elsa's got it. So yeah, we need to get these wormers, give them their double dose, and then see how they react to it. If they don't react to it, then it means they haven't got it. And then if they do, then obviously they've got it, and then we just need to keep up the cycle of medication. So I believe that after you've done it, the first double dose, you have to wait a week or 2 weeks, I can't remember now, I'll have to read it again, and then you give them another double dose, and then that basically kills off everything, all the larvae. And then after that, it's a dose every 10 weeks, basically for 10 years. So yeah, fingers crossed we can get it cleared up and they can stop scratching, because they're going to get their summer coats through soon, which means they're going to lose all of their winter fur, and then you're going to see it really bad, like all of the dryness, all of the patchiness. They're just not going to look very nice. And yeah, so blooming horses. But yeah, I don't want to get the vet out, because the vet is not going to, apparently from what I've read, the vets don't pick up on it because it's quite rare. They don't like to give you double doses of wormer, so the ivermectin wormer, because when you read the packaging, it says like weight wise, don't give them more than what they need. But I have read many threads in America, in England, from horse breeders, from, you know, people that have done it and it's worked. So yeah, I just hope that we can get it sorted, because I feel terrible for them. And you know, it's something that a lot of vets should know about, really. I mean, if I can Google it and give all of her symptoms, Queenie's symptoms, the gunky eyes, the scratching of the neck, under the chest, the patchiness of the skin, the rubbing of the tail, it's all the symptoms. There's no more symptoms than what Queenie's got, and she's got all of them. So yeah. Right, what I need to do now is put the horses out in the field. There's no trees, there's no posts that they can scratch on out there, so they are okay in the new field. I am going to pop to the vets, get the double dose of the wormer, come back. I will probably have to get them back in to give them the dose of the wormer, because it's oral paste, which can be quite difficult to give. It's like dogs, they don't like swallowing it. So yeah, so I'll do that, get that done, keep an eye on them and see how it goes. So the horses are out now, they've got a lovely sunny day. Right, so we've just been to the vet and we've been to the supermarket to get the horses some more carrots and apples. So when we went into the vet, luckily the actual vet that I see was there. So I explained to him what I thought it was and he agreed it could be that. So we managed to get the correct wormer. So this is, it's got the ivermectin in it. And yeah, so we need to use this. The vet gave me a measuring tape, and that is to measure the weight of the horses, so we know how much to give them a double dose of what they need. So we've got enough to do both of them, and yeah, so we're going to do that a bit later once I get them in from the field. But now I need to go and get some more shavings, because Queenie got the ump this morning and knocked her water bucket over and completely drowned her bed. So I had to take loads of bedding out, so I've got to go and get some more. But yeah, so that's what we think it is, hopefully. I've also booked the vet to come out on Thursday, so I'm going to give him the dose today and then he's going to come and check them for me. And I also have asked him to check their teeth, because horses need their teeth checked because they get long and it stops them from being able to chew their food properly. And he is also going to do some more vaccinations for them, because we don't know if Elsa has been vaccinated recently, but Queenie definitely needs a second vaccination booster that to follow up the one that she had last time. So yeah, it's all go today. Right, we just come back from the shop to get shavings. I actually found a really good brand of wood chip shavings. So it is this stuff, it's called Bed Max, and they sell it here in France. It's an English brand. By appointment to the Queen. Yeah, so it's really good, and it's this stuff. I have used it already. It's like really big chips, so it's easier to lay because it's not all stuck together. So that's the new bedding that we found. That's about €13 a bag. It's a little bit dearer than the other stuff that we were buying, but the lady that was selling that shavings has now closed her shop, so we can't get it from her anymore. So we are now getting it from a shop called La Maison. It's a garden shop and they've got all the good horse feed bedding in there. So yeah, that's the new stuff. And yeah, so I'm just going to lay a bed and then I'm going to grab the horses in and give them their wormer. I'm not going to make it really neat because she's going to come in here, roll and kick it all around everywhere. So yeah, she's getting it like that. I've learnt my lesson. Right, so we've got to measure them, see how much they weigh. The weight is on this side. No, don't run away from me. When you're measuring you, come here. Ooh. Right, let's get a lead rope. Or you got a. It's all right. It's all right. You're doing that. Okay. Stand still. Stand still. Good girl. Good girl. It's not going to hurt you. Right, Queenie weighs. Is that in the right place, do you think? About there, yeah. So she weighs 455 kilograms. There we go. 455 kilos? What have you been eating? Hey? No, that's good for her. She's a good weight. They say around 500 kilos for her size, so she's good, aren't you? You're not fully grown yet. No. Right, let's go and do Elsa. See how much she weighs. That's 455. And I bet Elsa weighs the same.
or more.
Yeah. And that's not good for her with height. I'll go that side, it's easier. Oh my god. Elsa! What have you done? She's exactly the same. 455 and a bit more. I'd say actually, no. Yeah, 455 exactly. So they both weigh the same and you're a little pony. Oh, we've got to get you doing some exercise, haven't we? Yes. Do you first. There you go. Come back. Come back.
Do you want an apple or anything so you can give it to her afterwards?
Yeah, can do. Oh, you know what this is, don't you? Yes, let's get an apple.
And this way she might not spit it out.
Oh, Gwendolyn's been in. Gwendolyn's been in. We've got like another 2 packets of carrots and apples. Right, let's give you a bit. And then... Oh, you cow. Right, let me go in there. It's easier.
Mind her eye with that. She's going to poke her eye out.
Get back! Get back. Right, we're going to be good, aren't we? Yes, we are. See, she knows what it is.
Yeah, she's not silly.
She knows what it is. No. 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 Stop it! You're going to knock me out. Good kid. Oh, you bugger. You bugger. Bugger. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. No. Right, that's it now. We're not playing silly beggars today. No. 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 He's a good girl.
I can't film you saying you're in the way.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. Right, apple. Oh, you bugger. Eat it. It's an apple. It's an apple. You like apples? Oh. Well, she's had it anyway.
Yeah, so she needs the other half now.
Yeah.
That'll be
Some
fun.
on the head collar. Let's hope Queenie's a bit more better behaved because she's a lot bigger. Right, this one I need to do it. Move this bit. $300. There we go. Oh, second round, second round. Good girl. No, no, no. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Elsa. Elsa. Right. She's done. Go on, have your apple. Have your apple. Oh. Good girl. Good girl. Well, we haven't got any on the floor, so she's had it all.
That's good. So the other half you can give to Queenie,
Yeah.
and a full one, and then it saves you one for another day.
Oh, who's that then? Who's that then? Right, this madam is going to probably be a nightmare. Probably.
Might not be.
because at the moment everything I give her in her mouth is a treat, so hopefully she's not used to these and she... Oh my god, let me put it in. Oh, we're gonna have a treat. We're gonna have a treat. We're gonna have a treat. Oh, she's got a treat. Good girl. Good girl. Look at that. Look at that good girl. What more? Does it taste nice? Does it taste nice? No, no, no. No, no, no. Obviously it doesn't taste nice. Get back, because we're getting it all over your mouth. No. 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 She's got it. I've emptied it.
She's got lipstick on.
Good girl. Now you can have an apple. Wake up. Right, let's try and wipe some of that on the apple. Yuck. Did you bite it?
If you feed her, all that's running down now for going her
Yeah.
feed anyway.
She's gonna have her dinner now. What's wrong with you? What are you doing? Oh my god, is it hard to eat? Right, so that's them wormed. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh, they're a bit wary now. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's going to work. And you'll be all good. We just got to give you one of those every couple of months. Hey. Yeah. And those wormers, they're not expensive, are they? They were, what were they? About 20
They
euros
worked
each.
out 63 for 4. 63 euros for 4 wormers.
Yeah, so about 20 euros each.
We can probably get them online cheaper, but we needed them today, so
Yeah.
we had to pay the price.
See, look, I've got a scratchy. So yeah, that is 100% what they've got, I'm sure of it. Elsa's din dins. Yes, Elsa. What do you want? And Queenie's din dins. Oh. Ah. Look, she's let herself out to get her dinner. Right, there's yours, darling. Yeah, you gotta wait for your dinner. I'm gonna give it to you now. Come on then. Get back. Come on, you gotta get out the way of the door, otherwise you're gonna be blocking it. Right, Elsa's barricaded in. So that it's just screwed in either side so that she cannot put her head over, because how she's scratching herself is she's putting her head over the door, which means she can get her chest onto this and get out of it. She's a silly pony. She's a silly pony. Yeah, it's just to stop her from scratching herself on something. I mean, it's okay if she's biting herself to scratch like she is now. That's not going to do her any damage. It's this, like she has done to her neck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, last night she had that was completely shut off with a big piece of wood, but it's not practical. So she can still get her head over like that, but she cannot scratch because it's too high for her.